flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Chisel.
Here.
Neal.
Hi, here.
Carlson.
Here.
Luce.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Hadley.
Here.
Bergen's absent.
Are there any public comments of individuals who wish to approach the city council on items that are not on the agenda? Seeing none. Consent agenda.
Consent agenda consists of the minutes of September 3rd, 2019, claims, consider approval of fiscal 19 urban renewal report, adding carry-on wine privileges to Class E liquor license for Casey's General Store, Old Stage Road, Resolution 2999, providing for notice of hearing on proposed amendment to the revitalization plan for the 2017 Commercial Business Park Urban Revitalization Area, and that is actually for October 21st, 2019 at 5:45 p.m. That's for the Marceau project,
You said 21st?
October 21st.
Okay.
Resolution 3000, a resolution setting a date for a public hearing on zoning code amendments, Chapter 17, Section 1708, .64, .68, .88, .92, .96, .100, .104, .106, .108, .112, .116 of the Municipal Code of the City of Decorah, Iowa, by amending the definitions, procedures, and allowances for solar energy systems in the City of Decorah, October 7, 2019, 5:45 p.m. Resolution 3001, approving an application to the Iowa DOT for the 2019 All-Town Sign Replacement Program. Resolution 3002, setting a date for a public hearing on a lease agreement with Raleigh Aviation Properties Incorporated, October 7, 2019, 5:45 p.m. Resolution 3003, setting a date for a public hearing, considering plans and specifications, cost estimate, form of contract, setting a bid date for the Decorah 2019 Ridge Road Improvements, Phase 1, Lower Ridge Road, October 7, 2019, 5:45 p.m. Partial pay estimate number 10, final 2018 hangar improvement project, Gunderson Hangar, in the amount of $21,212.14, retainage release. Resolution 3006, accepting as complete the 2018 hangar improvement project, Gunderson Hangar.
Move for approval of the consent agenda.
Any questions on any of these items?
I'll second it.
Roll call.
Chisel.
Aye.
Luce.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Carlson.
Aye.
Neal.
Hi.
Hadley.
Aye.
Public hearing on plans, specifications, and estimate of costs for the 2019 street improvement project. I'm going to give a brief outline of that.
Yep. This is a public hearing on the plan specifications estimate of cost for the 2019 street improvement project. The bid opening on this project was Friday, September 13th, 2019 at 11 a.m. There's a bid tab in the packet here, and if you give me a second, I will get to that. There was one bid received, and the apparent low bid is Skyline Construction. The project is primarily an asphalt overlay project. The engineer's opinion of cost, $731,731 in 3 different divisions of work. Division 1 is generally that area around College Drive. Division 2, Pool Street, Shady Lane. And Division 3, East Water Street. And I've lost my bid tab. Skyline Construction bid, Division 1, $119,747. Division 2, $364,121.89. Division 3, $266,360.06, for a total of $749,955.95. Jeremy, do you have any comments to add to the project? Oh, yeah, yep. 754, 956.45 is the final bid.
Is there any persons who wish to speak at this public hearing? Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. Consider Resolution 3004, approving plans, specifications, estimate of cost, accepting bids, and awarding contract for the 2019 street improvement project.
Make a motion for approval of Resolution 3004.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Carlson?
Aye.
Hadley?
Aye.
Neal?
Aye.
Chisel?
No.
Johnson?
Aye.
And Luce?
Aye.
Number 7, consider adjustments to the employee pay plan policy, steps for water sewer superintendent and assistant water and sewer superintendent.
So the Personnel Committee met last Thursday and is recommending these changes to the personnel compensation plan. Basically, the proposed adjustments in salary steps for the assistant water sewer superintendent and the water and sewer superintendent come in response to changes to the union bargaining agreement, which took effect July 1. And essentially, the assistant water superintendent would move up a grade, and the salary steps would be adjusted approximately $7,000. And the water superintendent remains in the same grade, and the adjustment is about $3,000.
I move for approval.
Second.
Any discussion?
I'm sorry, who seconded that? Steve?
Roll call.
Johnson?
Aye.
Luce?
Aye.
Carlson?
Aye.
Neal?
Aye.
Chisel?
Aye.
And Hadley.
Aye.
Consider Resolution 3005, Riverwalk Second Edition subdivision, final plat amendment.
The owner, Steve Munkel's here, if you would have any questions, but it's a fairly straightforward subdivision of Lot 8 in a previously approved subdivision. So the Planning and Zoning Commission really treated it as an amendment of the original plat, although it is a subdivision in its own right. Lot 8 was a substantially larger lot with the intent of it being multifamily. And the owner-developer sees more of a need for single-family rather than that multifamily as originally proposed in early 2018. And so he is proposing dividing the lot into 3 subdivided lots, each approximately 9,000 square feet. All other elements remain the same in the original approved subdivision, i.e. sidewalks, lighting, water, sewer connections, et cetera, et cetera. So the amendment really just looks at dividing that lot into the 3. And the Planning and Zoning Commission has recommended approval. And if I'm on the ball here, I can actually use this handy-dandy little device and show you what it looks like.
Chad, were there any comments at City Hall regarding general public or neighbors or anything?
None that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Nor were there any at P&Z either that I recall.
Okay.
No concerns about drainage or anything like that?
No, again, the underlying subdivision approval from April of, I think it was April 2018, remains intact. All the infrastructure, none of those things changed. It just changed the plat of survey for the lot dimensions.
I'd make a motion to approve Resolution 3005.
Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call.
Hadley,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Luce,
Aye.
Carlson,
Aye.
Neal,
Aye.
Chisholm.
Aye.
Consider site plan approval for Barthel Eastern Star Assisted Living addition.
This is a similar item to the one that you just reviewed in that they had an original site plan. Give me a second here, I'm going to pull this up too. They had an original site plan that proposed two things in two phases. One are the more single-family or duplex-type living units off to the south or to the right on this plat. That section has been completed. The other proposed changes in the original site plan, and this goes back to, I think, early 2016, included substantial improvements and additions to the assisted living or care facility, which is the central focus of this plat here. When the owners were ready to start looking at that, financial constraints necessitated them paring it down substantially from that original site plan approval. So again, we moved this through the Planning and Zoning Commission as an amendment to the original site plan, leaving intact critical infrastructure, the SWIP plan, the stormwater plan, those types of things, and just looked at it as an amendment and a scaled-down version of the original plan. If I can find the original here, I'll show you that as well, because I think I have that up here too.
That was the one that was proposed April of 2018, correct?
Yeah, 2018. Yeah, sorry. That's not a very good, this is what it'll look like. How about that? So it drastically reduces the square footage. Down to about 6,000 square feet from well over 10 in the original version. Some of the driveway has changed. They do have some unique concepts and design for stormwater. They have underground tubes that they're proposing on the front of the property under the drive and parking area as a detention, which is a very unique concept and one that I think it'll be interesting to see how that works. But it also shows that they're trying really hard to address the stormwater on their property. Other than that, they're using a lot of the existing parking, adding some additional spaces to provide for that entryway there that you see. Nothing else on the site's really changed. So.
I'd make a motion to approve Resolution 3006.
Five.
There isn't,
Well, is it 5 again?
It's not a resolution, it's
Oh,
just
okay.
a site plan approval. So site plans have not been approved by resolution, so
Okay.
just a simple motion.
Then I'd make a motion to approve.
Second.
any further discussion?
Chad, were there any, once again, questions or comments from me?
There have been a few through the process from some of the adjoining property owners as phase one, the living units. And that has to deal with just the, our larger rain events. We just see a large amount of silt and soils that run off the property. And over the last year of construction, we've kind of dealt with those, worked with the contractor and the owner to try to mitigate and clean up as best we could. We did talk about that through this approval process, and they're trying to do their best to provide erosion control and that type of thing. Other than that, there were no other comments about the project.
Any other questions? Roll call.
Hadley,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Chisel,
Aye.
Neal,
Aye.
Carlson,
Aye.
Luce.
Resolution 3007, acknowledging receipt of an application for voluntary annexation from GKCK LLC and authorizing to proceed with voluntary annexation in the vicinity of the Downing Commercial Subdivision.
Well, I swear I loaded these all in here. Here we go. Yeah,
I know it was here because I saw it.
so I just wanted to give you a map of where this one is. So as you know, a couple of months ago, John and I submitted 2 annexation projects to you, both of them as 80/20 voluntary. Technically, the code says they're 80/20 voluntary. It means that there's at least one parcel
Right here.
or some amount of land that is going involuntarily into the project. Since we presented that information, the application that you have in front of you, these property owners have signed the voluntary annexation agreement, making this annexation project wholly voluntary now. And that's GKCK LLC, which is up on 172nd. It's the Fensel business up there. They have signed. And so this resolution acknowledges receipt of that application, which needs council action, and then John and I will move the rest of this project forward as completely voluntary. We're still working on the other one with the involuntary piece.
I move for approval of Resolution 3007.
Second.
Any further questions? Roll call.
Johnson,
Aye.
Carlson,
Aye.
Luce,
Aye.
Neal,
Aye.
Hadley,
Aye.
Chisel.
Aye.
Okay, city managers and department heads, council reports.
So just a couple of things. Wanda was called out of the office. She has a meeting in Des Moines tomorrow, but she has put together a budget schedule. I know she's worked with Randy to try to determine what that schedule will look like. We will get that to you as soon as possible. She'll be back in the office Wednesday, so I think we'll get that emailed out to you. Some changes in schedule due to the state code changes last year with how the cities must report their budget. Of course, the biggest change to that is that we're required to have 2 public hearings. So it changes the implementation schedule a little bit. We'll get that to you as soon as we can. I'm looking at a special council meeting / work session on Monday, the 23rd, for 2 reasons. One, the special council session would be to review action steps necessary to look at the Alliant Energy rate case. And then the second would be a work session, if you will, with our financial advisor on the finances surrounding Locust Road and some of that impact. So I'd like to see that start early, 4 or 4:30, if that works for everybody, not only to accommodate our financial advisor coming up from Des Moines, but just to be as efficient as we can and get folks, back out of here and on with their day, since it's a special day. So, and then just to let the council know, and Kirk especially, October is my annual performance review month. So that's coming up. I'll be sending some information out about that soon. That's all I have.
Okay, department heads.
We had 2 people put in for the assistant chief job from the police department. We tested for that on Thursday. I'm going to meet with the Civil Service Commission tomorrow morning, go over the results of the test, rank the candidates, and make a decision from there. So that's moving forward. I also spent most of last week in Des Moines at a Peer Support Foundation conference. One of the things I wanted to start here in Decorah as a police chief is a peer support group. We lose a lot of first responders, firefighters, EMS personnel, dispatchers to suicides every year. In fact, more police officers die from suicide than they do of in the line of duty deaths. So we're going to start a peer support group here in Decorah. While I was in Des Moines, I got my certification to be a peer support advisor. And we're going to make those initial steps to see if we can get started here in Decorah.
Question? And that includes fire, emergency management, police, does that include sheriff's office as well?
Yeah, it's for all law enforcement.
All law enforcement.
Firefighters, first responders, EMS, and dispatchers as well.
Okay, anybody that's working in that capacity, whether you're county or city.
Correct, yeah.
Very good, thank you.
Thanks, that's great.
We just finished our yearly inspection on our tanks out at the plant. We inspected our secondary digester, aeration basins, and our final clarifiers, and also our UV channel. So all the structures look really good. They all passed inspection, so we're good to go for another year.
Library?
Building projects are full speed ahead at the library right now. Tuck pointing has been completed and looks amazing. They have torn out the old cement on our loading dock area and the pad in front of the main entrance and used the mat towards the building. Some friendly children decided to leave us some initials. So yeah. Next up, we're looking forward to getting our exterior EFS, the stucco-looking part of the exterior of the new part of the library, work done. We had the power washing done today, and they'll be doing the ceiling and repainting over the next couple of days. So we're really pleased with the progress that's being made. So far, the public has been very understanding about access to the building being limited in some cases. The street department did help us out by coming to put some temporary handicap parking signs out for some spaces on Winnebago and Main Street, since there are a couple spaces that are currently not available due to the fencing and construction zones that we have set up currently. On another topic, the application deadline has passed for the Children's and Young Adult Librarian position. We are very pleased to receive 19 application packets by the deadline. So over the course of the next few weeks, we'll be reviewing those with our committee and going through a couple rounds of interviews. So looking to make an offer by mid-October and have somebody in place by mid-November.
Thank you. Todd?
Starting next week, the water department will be doing their yearly and annual fire hydrant flushing and maintenance program. We'll be starting up in the Ridge Road area, working our way down towards College Drive and the west side. So it'll take about a month.
Jeremy?
Oniota Drive Bridge is coming along nicely. The bridge deck was poured last week down the north path. So they'll do the barrier rail and some approach work, and then they'll shift traffic to the north path and take down the old bridge. The Broadway Alley project is slated to be started this week, Wednesday. Contract controls are going to get started, so looking forward to that. We are going to have our loader out at the compost site 2 Saturdays in the next 3 weeks. So this Saturday, the 21st, to load people with wood chips and compost, and also October 5th. So we're trying to create some space for leaf pickup, which is the next topic. Probably get started on that first week of October. So depending on how weather goes, so we'll be issuing press release with the schedule for that here shortly.
Thank you. Randy?
I don't have anything except I'd like to schedule on October 7th, Finance Committee meeting. At 5 o'clock, sorry.
Emily?
I don't, well, we have set, I think the task groups for the City Sustainability Committee
Yeah.
are wrapping up. And we're hoping to have most of their work done by September 30th. And then the City Sustainability Committee will begin the work of putting it all together. So
Very good.
maybe
Andy?
Steve and Ross have something
Sorry.
to it.
Nothing at this time, Mayor.
Andy? Steve?
The SMID committee met, the Self-Supporting Municipal Improvement District, had their meeting right after, the Tuesday after we met last, and they've decided to reinstate or seek to reinstate their membership to approving another, I think it's a 10-year session,
They're 10 years.
but it would be at a $20,000 instead of a $15,000 rate. So that's one thing they're working on, is the figuring out how to get all of the different businesses to sign up or endorse, if you will, because you vote by your assessment. the value of your property. And they need at least a majority, isn't it? I'm not sure.
Yes.
Does that
But they would
come-
like to have a higher percentage than that, of course.
Does that come before the public in a vote as well, or just
No.
in that? It's
The
just in that.
property owners are
property
voting by
owners.
their
Yep.
endorsing.
So think of it as by petition. So if they can get a certain percentage of the valuation by building owner, then they present that to the council, and then it's a ordinance amendment at that point.
Okay.
I've been part of the air and water task groups, like Emily mentioned. I'm the liaison to that group. I'm also a member of the energy task group, and we've had 3 meetings as well. So there's been a lot of ideas being circulated about how to build a better Decorah. Yesterday was extremely pleased to participate in the local Good Shepherd community party picnic. Just a wonderful time to get together with neighbors and people in the area, and they do a very good job of feeding people and welcoming people, and music and various things as well. And then I was able to get enough signatures on my petition, so I will be able to be on the ballot November 5th for the 4th Ward.
Okay, thank you. Ross?
We had the opportunity to, as retailers, to greet the Luther students in the, I can't remember what the name of the program was, but they brought Luther's new students downtown, and it was nice to get a chance to welcome them and welcome them to the community. And kind of just a continued extension of the council coming and help move the kids in for freshman move-in day. Just more town and gown engagement.
Good.
I think the more we can do, the better. I attended the Chamber and Jobs meeting with the county supervisors and listened to the presentation there regarding the logo. And I met with Christina from the Chamber regarding the logo and how it might be used within the Historic Preservation District and wayfinding signage for the city, using their style guide and whatnot, just kind of initial conversations there. And then regarding the Sustainability Committee, I'm on the Economic Development Group.
Okay.
And we've been working on ways to unify different groups, Chamber, Jobs, SMID, Downtown Decorah Betterment, and maybe just kind of streamline and do some group visioning to work together in a more favorable way,
Okay,
more sustainable way.
sustainable way. Kirk?
Nothing, Mayor.
Okay. Next week is league meeting down in Dubuque. There's several of us going for that. That's exciting to get education that way. I just want to remind the public, I believe Friday is the last day for people who wish to seek office in this upcoming election may do so by submitting their papers to Ben up at the courthouse. This is a time when if there's things that you are concerned about or whatever, is to put your hat in the ring. I think I remember a while back when, it was probably Paul Wands that said, we should have 2 people or 3 people wanting to run for those positions. It's very hard, but it is rewarding work, and there's a lot to do. I think other than that, I want to thank,
19th, Mayor, it's Thursday.
it's Thursday on the 19th? Okay, I was thinking it was Friday. Thank you. I want to thank Randy for sitting in for me last week. And with that, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Okay, sounds good.